Hi all, this is Coach Jakob with EXOS and today's morning mobility session. Today we will go for a few a bit longer hold positions, alright? Something we would rather not do before workout where we want to move explosively or lift heavy weight, but in the context of a morning mobility session where the aim is rather to calm down, to loosen up the body. Maybe your goal is to narrow your mind, your focus down to what your plans are for today. Maybe you want to push some stress, some worries, some nervousness aside. Static stretching, a few a bit longer hold positions might work perfectly for you. Alright, so let's directly jump into this. Let's do this. We move into a half kneeling position, okay? What we want to focus on here is our ankle, is our foot. We want to move into dorsiflexion, so we let that knee track over those toes. What we add is we lean that torso forward and let it rest on the thigh, okay? We let it rest on the thigh. We try to keep that heel down, connected with the ground, okay? So from here, shifting that weight forward, we stay here for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, try to let your torso sink into your thigh, let your foot sink into the ground, okay? Something you can add to facilitate your relaxation into that pose is a counted breath. So try to breathe for 8 seconds in and 10 seconds out throughout those 2 minutes. 2 minutes in that position, starting right now. Alright, slowly move out of that position. Now we're simply gonna switch sides. What I forgot to mention before we started is, of course, you can grab a mat or a pillow or just a folded up blanket if you don't feel comfortable with your back knee directly on the ground, okay? So now let's move over to that second side. Same thing, okay? So shift your weight forward, let that knee track over your toes, let your torso sink into your thigh, whole foot, big toe, little toe, heel sinking into the ground. And then we stay here. Remember that breath that you can add 8 seconds in, 10 seconds out. And we go for 2 minutes, 2 minutes starting now again. Okay, good job. Slowly push yourself out of that position again. If you felt a slight stretch, in addition to what you should feel in your ankle and that dorsiflexion, if you felt a slight stretch in your hips, especially in the hip flexor quad area of that back leg, that's absolutely fine. But again, the focus was on that dorsiflexion that we want to build up on now. So please follow along with me again. Sit down on the ground. What you please do is, doesn't matter which leg you start with, you grab the back side of your thigh just above the hollow of your knee. Okay, grab it, let your foot hover just a few inches above the ground. That leg you hold in your hands is really relaxed. Okay, so from here what we do are ankle cars, okay, controlled articular rotations. They look like so. So I bring my toes and my foot towards the shin. From here I draw big circles. Big circles, we go for 3 each, slowly and controlled. 3 times counterclockwise, 3 times clockwise. Okay, last one counterclockwise here for me. And then you switch, simply switch the direction. 3 reps again. Big circles, slowly and controlled. Use that newly gained range of motion in your ankle. Last one here for me, and then I will switch sides. Alright, finish your reps and then switch sides. Grab that back side of your thigh again. And 6 big circles again, 3 each. Also include your toes into that rotation, okay? So foot towards the ground, toes extend towards the ground, foot towards the shin, toes towards the shin. Big circles, and then switch sides after 3 reps, or switch directions. Alright, now we again move through dorsiflexion and plantar flexion, plus through some in and eversion of the ankle and foot respectively. Last rep here for me, then we are done, and we move into our next longer hold, more static position, okay? So we basically move into a heel sit, okay? So I bring my butt towards my heels. If you can't rest your butt on your heels, it's absolutely fine to grab a pillow and put it between your butt and your calves and heels respectively. Okay, now you should already feel a slight stretch here in your quads. To increase that stretch, what you can do is, we're going to hold that position for 3 minutes, but if you want to increase that stretch immediately or over time throughout those 3 minutes, you can lean back, okay, use your hands or your forearms, depending on how low you can and want to go, as assistance. So lean back and hold that position now for 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes starting now. Sink into the position, feel that stretch, breathe and relax. 3 minutes. Again, slowly move out of the position. And last 2 movements for today. For those last 2 movements that are coming right now, we're going to use that newly gained range of motion again. So, come out of that position for a moment before we move directly back into it. We move back into a heel sit, okay? So maybe you needed that pillow before, maybe you don't need it anymore. If you still need it, absolutely fine, your call. Okay, so from that heel sit position, now we want to include the upper body a little bit for the last 2 movements. So first thing we do, 3 reps on each side, 6 in total, are some T-spine rotations, okay? Hands towards your opposite shoulder in front of your chest. Now, hips, lower back are locked. We rotate in that thoracic spine region, rotate plus lean, elbow towards the ground. Lean back, rotate back to neutral, then we switch sides, okay? 6 reps in total, 3 each, let's go. That's my 2nd rep here, so 4 more to go, 2 on each side. Big rotation, lean, lean back, rotate back. You can also breathe out into that lean and go slowly and controlled. Big rotation, big lean. Last one here for me. Lean back, rotate back, move out of that heel sit again. In a second we move back into heel sit, but move out of that position for a moment. And watch me, okay? So we go back into heel sit, we basically do the same thing, some T-spine rotations plus lateral flexion, but we're gonna do it with our arms overhead to open that overhead position now, okay? So try to keep your shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades down towards your back pocket, and then rotate and lean. Do the same thing, 6 reps, 3 each side, let's go. 2nd rep here for me, big lean, lean back, rotate back, hands towards the ceiling, build that, form that big Y, lean back, rotate back. I have 3 more reps, don't rush, don't rush. Move slowly and controlled from one side to the other, lean back, rotate back to neutral, then switch sides. Last rep here for me. Lean, lean back, rotate back. Alright guys, and then that's it for today. I hope that leaves you feeling amazing. Okay, done for today. Have a good one, enjoy your day, hope to see you next time. Cheers and goodbye.